may have to change the angle for you guys, but anyhow, this is the easiest portable setup I've ever set up. There it is. We'll get the camera and we'll look at it. So there's the whole thing. Hi, I'm Chuck, KK6USY. Welcome to Ham Radio Ventures. Today we're going to look at a 400 watt portable solar panel that has metal stands in the back, not the flimsy whatever's inside those things. It also has a aluminum frame around each panel, and it's 400 watts. Let's check it out. All right, so here's the panels, and as you can see, they have a nice aluminum, and then it has like plastic corner protecting. And there's 4 panels. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this thing is not light, but it's not super heavy. But we'll go back around the back here. This is what was, I saw it had metal stands. Okay. And it has 4 of those. And you guys can see how well it stands up. I don't have any other panel that's 4 panels. 2 panels aren't too bad. But when you get 4 panels, they are very hard to set up. Let me just lift this up. It also has the 2 handles here. It has a handle on the bag too. I'll show you the bag later. It's actually a padded bag. You see down there is the plugs, the MC4s, and then it has the cable. I'll get closer looks up at the cable in a minute.
So here's Zoupw's site. I don't know if that's pronounced right or not. And this is their 400 watt. They actually sell a bunch of different ones. I'll go back. And this is all the different ones they sell. So you have a 450, 350, 400, 180, 160, 300, 180, and 100. And now we'll just go back to where we were. And we have the 400 here. And this is the N type. Now let me switch to something else here. All right, so I asked ChatGPT what this was. And I said, what is an N-type solar panel and how do they differ from regular panels? And this is a great question. The panel tech is moving fast. An N-type, so right here it says an N-type solar panels are made by using N-type silicone wafers, which means the silicone is doped with phosphorus extra electrons. Most regular and traditional panels on the market are P-type with boron missing electrons and holes. Here's how they differ. N-type versus P-type. Efficiency. N-type, higher efficiency is common to see 22 to 24%. Ours actually say 25. P-type is 18 to 21. Degradation over time. N-type almost no at lid, which is light-induced degradation, so they keep their output better for long term. P-style suffers from lid, and meaning they lose noticeable chunk of output early on. Performance in the heat and low light. In better temperature coefficients, stronger low light performance. P, more output loss in hot conditions and early morning, late afternoon. Lifespan warranties. N-type, slower degradation, 0.3 per year, 30-year performance. P is 0.5, 25. Bottom line, if you want a maximum output per square foot, better hot weather performance, and long-term reliability, N-type panels are the upgrade. If budget is your main concern, you've got plenty of space. P-type panels will work just fine. Let's go back to the panel here. And so right now it's on sale for $409. High efficiency N-type, 16 BB cells, 25% conversion rate. Durable ETFE layer for waterproof, dustproof, and high temperature resistance, 20% lighter than standard 400 watt panels. That's because they're smaller. These aren't light, but they're supposed to be a little bit lighter than your P style. And it has aluminum frame. It says wide compatibility with power station. We're going to look at that in just a minute. There's a caveat to that. There's something you have to look at if you're going to hook these to a solar generator. So let's just go down. So here's what it comes with. You got your panels. You get 4 panels. The nice metal stands. I showed that to you already. Your main cord, and then your adapter cord for your different types of solar generators that you can hook to, and I'll show that to you later. Okay, so we'll just go through their pictures, and here they're showing it with a pretty small one. That probably won't work. I'll tell you why in a second. Here's the makeup of how it's made. So it says 26.06 pounds or 11.82 kilograms, 30 by 32.17 by 3.44 inches deep, 120 by 32 by 8.85 inches. It's not super heavy, and I actually chose not to put it over my shoulder. I just held it by the handles. They're nice and solid. And here's your different types of hookups. You have Andersons, which are real popular, XT60s, which are real popular, and then you have your barrel jacks, which are also pretty popular, especially on the smaller units. And then just showing you how to hook it together, how to unfold the legs. It puts it at 30 degree. Now, on my test that I'll show you later, I probably should have propped mine up a little bit. It's wintertime, and the sun is a little bit lower. I probably would have got a little more max output, but I have to tell you, it maxed my system out anyhow. And they're just showing you with different setups here, your drop downs here. So the Easy 400 watt. So 400 watts, 37.2 volts. That's the problem with most of your solar generators. They will not accept 32.7 volts. And this thing puts out every bit of that. You have 10.75 amps, and that's maximum current, and then it has 11.32 open. So open voltage is 43. Now, I actually pulled 20 watts into my batteries, and that was I have two 200 watt batteries in my trailer. But you will see that it was putting out almost 8 amps, and somehow I don't understand how it does it, but it upgrades it into your batteries from your solar charge controller. And it just says it's the N-type ETFE, and IP rating of IP68, 25% efficient, and then your operating temperatures -4 Fahrenheit to 140 Fahrenheit and -20 Celsius and +60 Celsius. The frame is anodized aluminum, really nice frame. Like I said, I've never seen any built like this before, and super easy to put up, as you saw. Here's your compatibility supports. The 2 type of barrel connectors here, XT60, which is one of my favorites, especially for solar, because it's 60 amps there, Anderson power poles, and universal solar connectors. And then we have your dimensions down here again, which we already looked at. So we'll pop this one back up. Let's see. Oh, that was dimensions. I already had it popped up. And then we have what's in the box, user manual. And I didn't show you, it has some like U-shaped ground nails, so you can attach it to the ground to keep it from blowing over. And hopefully I'll get those in the video someplace. And then here's your close-up of your hookups to your solar generators. And this is pretty much what almost all of them use. And then it shows your 26 pounds, your waterproofness again. Now, here it shows it hooked to a fairly small, I'm pretty sure, unless this is a special one that they make, I don't know. I have to look and see if they actually make them. But the ones I have will not take this much power. And it's showing here how different brands use different connectors. Okay, so in this picture here, I missed it earlier, but it's showing all your different connectors. It says, make sure your power station supports 37.2 volts. So that's the important part right there. Mine do not. And I tried to hook it up to one of mine, and it wouldn't take it. I couldn't figure out at first why it wasn't getting any charge, and I finally realized it was putting out too much voltage. There are some on the market that do, so you just need to check that out. Now for your camper setups, like for this and stuff here, most of those, if you buy a 20 or 30 amp, probably a 30 amp will be a little overboard, but it would actually probably pull in everything that this thing can give you. Now let's take a look at, I'll hook it to my trailer, and I have a Victron charge controller. It actually maxes it out at 20 amps. So we will look at that and see how that works.
All right, guys. So these are the easiest portable solar panels, fold-up style, that I've ever put out because of the way they're designed. Now, here, I'll give you a picture of it here in just a second. But the legs in the back are metal. I showed this to you before, but what's cool about it is they lock in place. So here is the panels set up. I've got the sun going into them right now. Probably not optimal because it's not the greatest time in the world to actually do solar stuff, but they're pretty close. We'll hook them up here in a second and see what we're getting. In my trailer, I have I don't have anything on the top, but I do have this XT60, which happens to be the right one, of course. And then we have the XT60 from the solar panels. And the cord is, you can see how long that is. That's about 10 or 15 feet, something like that. So pretty good. Let me see if I can do this, and we'll plug this in and see what we're getting. Okay. Now I have a Victron set up on this thing, so I can get my phone app, and we'll get the phone app out and see what it's getting. So anytime you get, if you have a 100-watt panel and you get 80 out of it, a lot of times that's pretty good. Sometimes you'll get 100, but it's hard to get 100 all the time. But let me grab my phone and we'll open the Victron app. Let's just see what we're getting here. So these are 400 watts, and right now let me see if I can get the glare off of this. Let me see if I can set it there and not drop it, hopefully. But I don't know if you guys can probably see that. We're getting 240-ish, okay? We're getting 16 amps and 14.2 and the volts, and we're in absorption mode. So unfortunately, we're not in bulk mode, and that means it's probably not pulling as much as it could. I will probably see if I can run the battery down some here real quick, and we'll get back and we'll check it again. All right, I run the battery down just a little bit, and I just plugged it in. As you can see, we're going up. It's in bulk mode now, and the thing is, we're at 20 amps. That is max, so it will not, this solar charge or solar controller will not let it go more than 285 watts. 285, that's pretty dang good. I guess I need to up my game on my solar controller. All right, so here's the cable that it comes with. This thing's about 12 to 15 feet. I'll measure it later, and if I'm wrong, I'll put something down for you. It has an MC4s to hook, which is very common on your solar panels. Now, I did have an extra piece here, maybe. Let's see. No, I don't. It has a part here where it has MC4s again, but it comes with that. And you have two of the most popular, the XT60 I like the best. And then you also have the power poles, and then you have your barrel connectors. So this should fit just about any solar generator on the market. All right, so that's that. All right, so the company is Zoupw. I don't know how you say that. You guys let me know what you think, but Zoupw. It has a handle at the bottom here. Has the little case to keep all your cables in. Two handles here, and these can be thrown over your shoulder. So if you pick it up with that and this at the same time, you can carry it flat. Let's see what else. Hang on a second here. There was some more paperwork in the bag. I just opened this thing up for the second time. So basically it has your, these are N-types foldable solar panels. It's the owner's manual. Looks like it's just a couple pages. And then it looks like we have our important instructions for using the solar panel. Now they make this in, I think 100, 200, maybe 300, 400, and 450, maybe more. We'll look at the site maybe and see what's going on. And this shows you how the wrong way to do it. It says not to put them perpendicular. That does make a difference. It says not to put it inside. So all your little do's and don'ts. But again, there's the panels. These are pretty rigid, and something I didn't show you, but if you look right here, they have hinges in between them. So that hinge is on this side. You have a hinge there, hinge there, hinge there, hinge there, one there, one there. They're on the other side. So this thing folds with these parts out. And then there's about, I'd say, padding wise, about a 1/2 inch of padding in there to protect the solar panels also. All right, well, I hope the video was helpful to anybody looking for something like this. And if you did like the video, please hit the like, hit the subscribe if you're new here, hit the bell, hit all that way to get all my future videos. I'm Chuck, KK6USY. This is Hammer Adventures. Thanks for joining me today. I know your time is valuable. 73 all, and hope to catch you guys on the airwaves.